All right, good morning, guys. We are back at it again. We got 2 cars loaded up right now that I picked up yesterday. We got a little Mercedes-Benz SUV, a GLE, and then a Kia Sportage SUV on the back. So we're getting off the exit right now, heading back to Texas Pride to pick up that dump trailer I told you guys that they wouldn't release to me the other day. Got an extra 200 bucks out of it for my wasted time, so we're picking that up, and then we're Myrtle Beach bound. So we'll show you guys loading it, and we'll get back to you on the road. We're here at Texas Pride getting the dump trailer loaded up. Hang on, can you side shift it? Yeah, you're way too close to this window. Alright, we're loaded. We got the Mercedes, got the Kia, we got the Texas Pride dump trailer on the back. Perfect little load. Gonna keep me nice and lightweight compared to most of the stuff that I haul. So that's cool for going out of the state and cross country. We got about 1,100 mile trip. We got no more than 3 feet of overhang, so no flag is required. I know we might be going through some pretty strict states. Thankfully we're not going through Missouri, but they would probably not like that idea. But at any rate, they gave us this nice little stand here to prop it up. We got 2 straps over that to make sure that doesn't move. 2 straps on the tongue to make sure she doesn't shift. We got the winch pulling down here just in case, pulling it into that stand even more. The safety chains are perfect length to hook into my safety chain slot there, so that's cool. We got those just in case. 4 over the wheel straps. So we're solid if you ask me. Just got one more thing to lock up over here, make sure the dump gate is pinned in. And we're about to hit the road, Jack. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it locks in from all one side, so that's cool. We're good to go. Let's get it. All right, we're all loaded up in South Carolina bound. Got the pup chilling right here, rocking 5th gear right now, 60 miles an hour on these back roads. We got 120 miles of this BS before I can get back to the I-20 freeway. We're leaving Madisonville, Texas, and so we won't catch the 20 until we're in Shreveport, Louisiana. So kind of annoying, but just take it slow and steady and easy till we get there. 6th gear, it was shifting back and forth between 5th and 6th, so just drop it down to the 5th, save that transmission a little bit. We'll get a little bit worse MPG. We're getting 9.6 right now, but even at 9.6, that's still better than this truck was getting all the time in 6th gear. Like, I used to get anywhere between like 5.5 to about 7 miles per gallon towing this Wedge, and yes, that was with heavier loads, but even empty, this truck barely ever saw 10 miles per gallon. I think my DPF was clogged, something was going on. I've had to put a whole new DPF system on this truck before in Cat because it was clogged up in the past. It used to regen so many times, but moved out to Texas, finally put her on a diet, and she's doing great. I only put a 50 horsepower tune on it because I do have the 68 RFE, and if you guys know, you know it's not the strongest transmission. You got to be very gentle on it, and if you're a type of guy that likes to pass and downshift to 4th all the time from 6th to 4th to 5th gear, all that junk, it's just not gonna last. But I am pretty easy on it. I know how to let the Cummins do the work. It's a low RPM engine, makes its torque at 1650 RPM, so it does real good compared to the Duramax or the Ford Power Stroke that need to rev up high and drop a gear to make the power. With that being said, I just drive easy on her, let her do its thing, and that 50 horsepower tune gave her a nice little bump in power. She's still not, I mean, she still don't have that much power, you know, it ain't no 4th or 5th gen, but hey, for an old 3rd gen 2009 truck, she definitely gets it done. You've seen some of the stuff that I've towed with her before, so she can pull weight no problem, and now that I got my trailer brakes fixed, she stops no problem too. The exhaust brakes a beast. She sounds good with the delete and everything, so I'm real happy. And I still left the muffler on. I got an exhaust with the muffler on here. It's a 4-inch turbo back exhaust, but I kept the muffler because it is my hot shot truck. I drive it all over the country. I do not want it to be loud. My other 5.9's got a full exhaust on it with no muffler, and it's
not super loud. It's still relatively quiet, but it's much louder than this. So with that being said, I wanted a quiet truck and love the way it sounds. I don't know if you can hear it. It's got a little bit more throatiness to it, but it's realistically pretty quiet. So just the way that I like it. Better fuel economy, transfers to more money in my pocket. Once we get on the freeway and get it in 6th gear, we might be able to milk a 10 out of it. So. And you might wonder why I chose to go to South Carolina, and it's because it's Mother's Day weekend. So my mom lives in Arkansas. I wanted to go up there and see her, and there wasn't anything, there never is anything going, anything good going to Arkansas. So decided to push a little bit further. I snagged this trailer for 1,800 bucks. Got an extra 200 out of it for the inconvenience. So I'm up to 2,000 on the trailer. The other 2 cars pay 750 a piece. So I'm at 3,500 bucks for this run. It's an 1,100 mile trip, so we're over $3 a mile. And then on the way home, I just booked a $1,000 Ram 3500 and a $950 pretty cool. It's a Dodge Fagoli. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's an old 1953 old post service van, like an old mailman truck. So it's a very cool looking truck, and it's very small too. Pretty small. It's probably only 15 feet long, so it's going to be perfect cargo along with the Ram 3500, and it should have room on the back for another car or smaller SUV. Definitely on these longer trips, I like to target the lighter vehicles instead of the heavy stuff. Get better MPG, and they pay the same as the heavy stuff most of the time. So with that being said, we got room for now another $1,000, and hopefully we can score 3,000 bucks on the way home, and that would be awesome. $3 a mile both ways. Let's get it. For about 2.5 hours since we left Madisonville, Texas, just on these side highways. So almost back to the 20. Luckily, or glad to be on the interstate. We're in Louisiana, baby. First state clicked off the journey. Let's go. That's sick. B-52 bomber. Never seen one of those in the air. Louisiana, baby. Let's go. We're taking some back roads to avoid construction traffic on the freeway. Now there was no truck sign, so I should be good to go. But this guy has been riding the yellow line this whole time, forcing cars damn near into the grass. I know for a fact he's not permitted to be on this route. He's not really too oversized. It looks like he's probably 10 foot wide. He's overhanging about maybe 10 inches on each side. But brother,
so you can't make a whole housewife?
Oh, jeez.
Maybe true.
Right on. Oh yeah,
turn left onto the ramp to I-20 East, then merge onto I-20 East.
Brother, you're a big rig. You're a big rig. Check out the load. Alrighty, little construction detour and back on the freeway. Flat tire on the Cadillac. But yeah, that was Louisiana. We're crossing over here into Mississippi. I guess it'll probably be on that next bridge. We'll cross over. But yeah, little lakes. We're cruising getting 8.9 miles per gallon, so it did not increase once we got on the interstate like I thought it would. I gotta say, Louisiana, this I-20 in Louisiana was pretty bumpy. All over the place right now. Steak. It's a little bumpy, isn't it? We don't like it to be bumpy. We want it to be nice and butter smooth. Especially with that trailer on the back. It hasn't gone anywhere, but still makes me worried. So yeah, we're crossing over from Louisiana into Mississippi. Over a nice little bridge here. But usually state lines are right in the middle of the river, so we should be crossing over anytime here.
Welcome to Mississippi.
There we go, welcome to Mississippi. There's a riverboat gambling casino. It's actually a building, but it's made to look like a riverboat. Nice. But yeah. Got about 3 hours drive time left tonight on the old E-log, so let's crank it out. Okay. What? Yeah, that's the camera. Alright, so we are currently here in South Carolina. We've been having a couple of issues with the truck along the way. So I'm having this I don't know if I want to call it a transmission issue or what, because it seems to fluctuate. When my coolant level drops, it'll kick it into limp mode, and it's completely random. So long story short, about a year ago I had this transmission rebuilt, and ever since he rebuilt the transmission, it would just go into limp mode, going up hills, whatever. Just kicks in a 4th gear and unlocks the torque converter, so it just revs. It drives a little bit, but I mean, no power pretty much. It's just the engine spools up, but the transmission doesn't grab. So he's rebuilt, I brought it back, he's rebuilt this thing 5 or 6 times and can really never figure it out. He finally said that he found something chewed up in the valve body that may have been making it act up. So he sourced me a whole new case. Come here, case. He sourced me a whole new transmission case and valve body, rebuilt the whole thing, and after that it was fine. For about 6-7 months I moved out to Texas, everything was all good, and now it's starting to do it again. The other day my radiator went bad on me, so I put a new radiator in it, and ever since then it's been kicking back on and randomly doing it. And I noticed that the first time I didn't get the coolant level all the way full, because on the Cummins you have to take this off and fill up the radiator until it comes up here. This is your high point, so once you see it start coming out there, you know that it's full. And you got to do that 3 or 4 times. Start the engine, get it up to heat, up to temperature, let it cool down again, and refill it again. And so that seemed to make the transmission not act up, because I'm assuming that when the engine temp rises, even though it's not rising too much, the fan kicks on at 217 degrees on these trucks. My engine fan has not been kicking on at all. It's been doing this before that, so it's within operating temp. It's not overheating or anything, but it's still kicking it into limp mode. And a couple days ago I noticed that there was some coolant up on here, coolant on my intake horn and stuff, and I noticed that this coolant reservoir is filled to the top and coming out of here. It's pressurizing the system somehow, I think. So with that being said, I think I may have a head gasket issue, something like that. The radiator cap was bad, so I put a new radiator cap on thinking that that would seal the system and fix the issue, but it hasn't been, and it just happens to be so random that it's popping on. It used to be kicking on all the time going up grades, but now I'm just going up slow little rollers and it's kicking on. And today it's kicked on 3 times already today, and here we are again. So all I have to do is pull over, let it sit for a half hour to go back down to operating. Okay. Go back down to a little bit cooler temperature so that the computer kicks it off and it's good to go again. But I haven't figured out what the problem is. It's super frustrating having to go through this and not knowing what the issue is, because I could just throw a new head gasket on, I could throw parts at it, but I have no idea what's going on with it. So with that being said, the only thing that I can do is just let it cool down for a little bit and hit the road again, take it easy. I've been running with the heater on, so to try and keep the temperatures cooler than they have been, and it's still kicking on. So here we are 1,200 miles away from the house and having engine problems. So not cool, but just wanted to show you guys what we're going through. So in case it gets out for a little extra walk, we're gonna go get some food, let it cool down, and see if we can make it the next 2.5 hours to delivery. Yippee. All right, we made it down to Myrtle Beach. Truck is still not 100% good, but we did make it. We're here at Walmart. We're about to take this trailer off and I'll bring it to the customer's house the rest of the way in the morning. He's about 5 minutes away. We got we got Case chained up because he wanted to be a bad boy. He's still not a off-leash dog yet, but I was trying to give him a little bit of freedom. And if you could hear, there's ducks over there he was trying to go get. So we gave him a little chance and he didn't do well. He did come back, thankfully, but I can't trust him. I gotta pay attention to this stuff right now. So we're gonna have to get it up off the stand right now. I'm gonna put a little aluminum ramp right there to hit the jack, get it up, and then raise it down or lower it down. We're gonna unhook my truck, bring it over here and use it to pull it off. So let's get this all going and I'll show you guys the process. I need a little bit of wood to put under there, but I don't have any wood in this truck for some reason, so let's make some. This humidity here is no joke. That should help disperse the weight a little bit. Good boy, Case. Good boy. We got that up off the stand. You're probably wondering why I don't just use this foot to go all the way down. And the reason is I need to lower this jack as much as I can for it to get on my truck once I bring it over here. And it's probably still not going to be enough to bring it all the way down, but time will tell on that. We may have to get a little crafty, put a bottle jack or something under it. But I'm gonna leave the tire straps hooked up while I remove this until I get it hooked up on the truck. And once I get it hooked up on the truck, we'll take the tire straps off. And it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes over these kickers, because as you can see, it's gonna have barely any meat on them. It may want to push it off the trailer or something, so that's gonna be sketchy, but we'll get it down one way or another. Ain't no thing. Let's get the stand out of here and get the truck unhooked and bring it over here. Man, this weather's crazy. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now, and it is humid as can be. Like, I just moved to Texas recently, and I remember hating Texas. If you watch one of my other videos about moving that vintage Airstream across the country, you'll see how sweaty it was. And I said, like, I can't do this. Like, I will never move to Texas. And here I am. And I've been thinking the weather's been pretty good recently. I haven't had any problems with it. But now I'm starting to remember what humidity is. And I'm barely even working right now, and I am just drenched. Like, this is terrible, honestly. Under that hook smoothly. Which it is. We lost a little skid plate, but that's all good. Alright, we're on up there. Let's get this truck turned around and backed up to the tray. And hopefully get her off with no issues. This is one of those things that I can get this on the first try, or this is going to take a long time to do this. If I don't get it straight, if those ramps don't cooperate, or if it tries to push it off due to the kickers, we'll have a lot of problems. Hi, sunshine. Watch out, please. Can you guys be back on straight, dude? That's another thing. This is gonna take me 100 tries to get this backed up straight, 100% straight. But I'll use my fifth wheel as a guide and pull us back on there. It's not just about getting my truck hooked up to the bumper pull hitch. It's about having my truck perfectly straight so that it does not pull this thing off to the side. And it looks like I'm already off center, but I'm gonna get Case in the truck real quick so I don't run my dog over. That would be bad. Hang on, buddy. Come on, you're going in the truck. I already tried to let you out. Nope, get in the truck. Good boy. These DeWalt drawers suck. Do not use them. These little dividers fell all over the place. Stinky boy, you're so cute. You're so cute. Let's try this again. Like I said, I need about perfectly straight up to this thing. Adjust my mirrors so I can see those ramps a little bit. And hopefully these ramps will support the dually. Last time I put the dually on the same set of ramps, it folded them in half. But that also was because that was because I put the front end on. The back end worked, but the front end is too heavy for these ramps. So hopefully it supports this ass end, no problem. I cannot turn that wheel. We gotta go straight back onto her. Where is my freaking hitch? You gotta be kidding me. I don't even have a hitch right now. Oh, this is a huge joke. This is a huge joke right now. There's no way I don't have a hitch. Got the gooseneck hitch, of course. Where is my bumper pull hitch? I know exactly where it is. It's on my other truck at the house. There's no way right now that I don't have a hitch. Freaking way that I don't have a hitch right now. This is crazy. And I know I don't have one in this wedge. I'm gonna look just in case. There's no way. With every other thing I need in here, but no hitch. That's crazy. I'm gonna go check and see if I have one in that bin. Can you believe that? Brandon Graber, Tow God, does not have a hitch. gonna have to see if there's somebody in a truck around here. Now let me use their hitch. That's crazy. Okay, that's actually crazy that I don't have a hitch on my truck or in my dually. So we're gonna go drive around this parking lot and see if their truck has one that I could steal it off of. Just kidding. There's a gas station over here. I'm gonna go see if a truck pulls in that has a hitch on it and they'd be willing to sell it to me. Because I could wait until Walmart opens at 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, what kind of Walmart Supercenter closes at 11? I mean, I could just wait till 6, but I don't want to have to wait. I wanted to get this off tonight and go deliver it at 6. You know what I'm saying? Why waste my work time tonight? Oh, here's a hitch right here. Hey bro, random question. What's the chances of me using your trailer hitch? Stop. What's the chance of me using your trailer hitch for about a half hour? Yeah. Stop. I gotta go unload a trailer over here. Stop, Case. I don't have my hitch. I gotta unload a trailer over here for a half hour. Can I use it, you think? Stop. The boss? Yeah. Stop, Case. Stop. Where is? Stop it. Sorry. Sorry. Stop. Okay, let me go see. Uh-huh. Okay, cool, thank you. Alright, let's go see. Alright, let's go see if I can work a little magic. Hey bro, I got a question for you. I was talking to your worker over there. Is it stop, Case. Sorry. Sorry, my dog's crazy. Is it possible I could use that trailer hitch for a half hour? I got a trailer I'm trying to unload and I don't know if I can. On the van over there, yeah. It's right around the corner on a car haul, so I gotta pull a trailer off my trailer. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. That'll be like a half hour. Thank you. Hell yeah. First person, dude. Let's freaking go. Stop scaring people, Case. That's not nice. That is not nice, Case. He said it was cool. He said it was good. So. He said it was good, yeah. So I was gonna use it for like a half hour and then I'll bring it back. Cool, I appreciate you, bro. Gracias. That guy thought it was so weird. He thought I was jacking his hitch right now. I'm not stealing anything, you guys. I promise. I promise, I promise. I would never steal a trailer. Oh, but the problem is I won't, it's all good. I'll get it off and then I'll buy the hitch in the morning to go deliver it. As long as I can get it off tonight, that'll save me some work. That's cool, that's awesome. Good people out here. It's gonna be so close, but it's all good. We can work with this. We can make this work. I know what we're gonna have to do here. Drop this hitch onto the tailgate and then pull this up just a little bit and hope that it is enough to get that board out at least. Dang, that's a lot of weight on this tailgate. I don't really know what it's gonna do. These kickers are gonna make this really weird. Unfortunately, I can't take them off, but I mean, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? way was my camera gonna die halfway through that. I'm so glad I checked that. Shout out to GoPro making the worst battery life cameras in existence. But we cleared it, the kickers, we're coming down on the things. Unfortunately, it's only one axle. It's got that back axle way up in the air. So I'm gonna let all the air out of my airbags just to bring it down a little bit, but hopefully these ramps could support it. We'll see. I don't think this trailer weighs more than 5,000, but all that weight in one spot is not. Wow, that literally couldn't have gone any easier. Shout out to the guys that let me use their hitch. That was awesome. So unfortunately I can't leave it hooked up. We're gonna have to bring their hitch back, but we'll get it unhooked, put everything away, and we'll park in front of this for the night so that nobody tries to steal it. All right, we're in Charleston, South Carolina. We just picked up one more. I had to go about 2 hours out of the way to get that one picked up, so I still have the other 2 cars on the back still. Now we're jamming up to Hampstead, North Carolina. So it's about a 3-hour, 45-minute drive. We're gonna go drop one, and then the other one, probably have to drive another hour to go get it delivered. This feels steep to the 5th gear downshift. But yeah, got 2 to deliver today. We'll try and pick up 1. I don't know if I'll make it. I did tell her that I was gonna come tomorrow, so if we have to wait a little bit, that's no problem. If I got time, I'll call her up and see if we can pick it up. If not, we'll be on the road. Nice easy day today. And then I wasn't able to, since I went and picked this car up, I wasn't gonna be able to make it for pickup for the Ram truck I have to grab. So with that being said, they're closed tomorrow, so I'll have to wait in Tennessee until Monday morning to pick that up. But
take exit 23B toward Clements Ferry Road, State Road S8 to 33.
But that's no big deal. We'll wait overnight, get a hotel, chill for a little bit, try and get a 34-hour reset in, but I don't think I'll have enough time to do that. But I will have time to address some issues with the truck. I think I'm going to try and do a transmission service on it, and then fix that electrical connector in the coolant temp sensor to see if that doesn't fix my limp mode problem that I've been having. So, like I said, we're just going to be driving today, taking a nice easy day, seeing some scenery, and we'll catch you if anything cool happens. Okay, Kay, is that cool with you? Watch your ball. He likes to play ball in the truck. Oh, that was crazy. You missed it. Okay. Over and out. All right, so we got that cool post-service van. We're gonna get on the trailer, but it needs to go up in the #1 spot because this thing's gonna be dropped off first. So with that being said, we're gonna unload this one, bring it down, and there's a little tree right there. And if you watch my videos, you know how I am with trees. So I'm gonna back up a little bit more. We'll get these swapped around, and I'll give you a little tour of the van. All right, so this little guy right here is a Mazda CX-30. All electric, and who knows, but the guy said, the customer I picked it up from said that this is one of the only ones in the United States that they haven't made these yet. So there's that. But yeah, get this bad boy off the trailer real quick. All electric vehicles do not like going over these kickers. Too much of a little bump for them, and the electric motor senses something's going on, so it doesn't like to give you power. So we got it. Normally I would be using my longer light duty ramps for these guys, but since this angle's so good right here, we can get away with these ones. So we'll move this up the street a little bit so that we could load that van up in the front spot and go from there. So yeah, this is such a cool little unit. It's gonna be perfect cargo on the freight trailer. Cool little guy. The seat is crazy. These pedals are crazy too. I mean, I can barely even touch this thing. There's no room. It feels so abnormal to do this. I haven't even drove this forward yet. I only backed it out of her driveway. But super cool unit. We're gonna see how it wants to drive on the trailer. If it gives us any issues, I'm just gonna use my winch and pull it on. Looks like it's gonna clear no problem. I'll hang a little bit to the right here for it, but we should be good. This gas pedal is so abnormal to anything that I'm used to loading. At least it's a diesel, so it's got a little torque to go up on. Ramps are good. Ground clearance is good. Gotta stay right there in between that line and this little line here on the trailer, and we'll be good all the way up. Hey, got some torque, baby, goddamn. I don't know if there's much of an e-brake on this, but that bumper's gonna clear the kickers no problem. Try and get it up as far as I can, but it wants to roll back. Pushed it into the kickers a little bit, so as it rolls down, I want to stay right there. Right on. So we're good to go on this guy. Turn her off and strap her down. Perfect. See if I can get these doors shut. That one locks. Cool. It's gonna be raining today, so I feel like this thing's gonna get some water inside of it. That thing is probably not gonna stay open. See if I can wedge these in here. Yeah, in a way that keeps that closed, so that's not flopping and bouncing all over the place. Get my jump box. First diesel that jump box has started. Yeah. Window's not going to want to stay up either. That's going to be interesting. That's going to bounce all down the highway. So we're just going to have to leave that down. We're going to get some water in it. So, unless... Ow, dude. Okay, cool. That keeps that up. Can't manage to get that shut. Probably gonna have to throw a strap on that to keep it shut. We'll throw a strap somewhere on the inside and keep that shut, and then that one looks like it'll stay shut on its own. Alrighty, got it all loaded up. Check the height, we're at 13-foot floor on it, so I didn't need to be a little careful of what I go underneath, but that ain't no thing. Got the door zip tied shut. We got the Mazda back on the back. We got plenty of room for a Ram 3500 to go back there. We got an easy day today. It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day, so we're just gonna drive about an hour north to Tennessee and then chill out for the day. We can't pick up till 9 o'clock in the morning, so we're taking it easy. Gonna probably try and do a little bit of maintenance on the truck. I want to do a transmission service and fix a little coolant temp sensor wiring issue I got. If I could do that, cool. If not, we'll do it when I get back home. So yeah, let you know if anything exciting happens. All right, we are loaded and heading out. Already got our first little off-camber turn here, but we should be good. This is a tight little, it's not really too tight. Tight for selling, not for running. back to the road and get out of here. Hopefully there's no low trees along my route. We should be good to go. I love how they have the no pooping sign in their yard. Like, do you guys have problems with dogs going in your yard? Like, I'd be pissed. Yeah, no poop zone. Like, these guys definitely have had issues before. There we go, low hanging trees already. These are all little light branches that'll push it out of the way, but still. Not cool. Not cool. I probably, in hindsight, looking back on this, how tall that van is, I probably should have just left it in the middle and reloaded these things in Texas when I have to offload this first one, because the van goes to Corsicana, so it's my last delivery. It's going home with me essentially, but the other two that I'm picking up drop in Dallas, so I should have left it down low for a little bit better fuel economy and stuff. But I thought that it was going to be more difficult to load than it was. I thought it was going to be lower hanging. I thought the front bumper was going to get hung up and stuff on the ramps, but it didn't. It was actually very easy to load, and it was automatic. I thought it was going to be a manual going back and forth. Manuals are not the easiest thing to load on the trailer, especially when you need to go slow and take a look for everything. That thing didn't even have a parking brake, but the manuals, I'll use the parking brake in the middle to hold me so I can keep my foot on the gas and the clutch. But when you don't have a parking brake and you have to go slow, stop and go inching it at forward at a time, that thing wants to roll back 3 inches at a time, 4 inches, before you could even get the clutch out. So it's just a pain in the butt to load. But that post office truck ended up being an automatic, and like literally couldn't have been easier to load. So in hindsight, I should have kept it on the back, but let's cross our fingers that I can keep my eyes open and not make any boneheaded moves and get it there safely, because that thing is irreplaceable. I mean, I'm assuming it's irreplaceable, who knows. But yeah, we're on our way to Kingsport, Tennessee. Easy little hour drive, and we'll get a hotel for the night, chill and do some truck maintenance and relax. Yeah, over and out.